Good morning. Hope everyone is great. Thank you so much for joining. I'm Jennifer Main. I'm really happy to be here for day 5 of our morning meditation. If you're watching the replay of this, we usually really get started around the 4 or 5 minute mark. So if you want to move ahead to that, then go for it. I'm just going to let people have a few minutes to join, say good morning, say hello, and then we're going to get into the breathing and into the topic for today. So I hope everyone's feeling well. It's a bit gray here in Edinburgh, but I can't complain. We've had some really good weather the last week or two. So um, yes, so if you're joining, feel free to say hello in the comments if you want to share where you're from. I think most people joining are the UK, but yesterday we definitely had people from a few other places. So feel free to share. That would be great. Yeah, and thank you to everyone who's been sharing these. We've had such a great response, and I'm so glad with everyone who's joining us. It's been very cool to have this group growing each morning. Yeah, so thank you. Morning, Jan. Good morning, Yenny. Good morning, Hillary. Yeah, thank you too. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm so glad that I'm not just doing these by myself. There definitely is an energy in the collective, and us joining together remotely. It still works. So yeah, I'm very grateful that you're all here. Morning, Christy. Cloudy but dry here. Yeah, I'd be happy with dry. Morning, Caroline. I'm loving these sessions too. Thank you. Morning, Mel. Oh, from London. Oh, cool. Great. Morning, Marzia. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining. I was saying if you want to say hello and where you're joining from, that would be cool. Because we've got a bit of a mix, mainly UK, but throughout as well. Morning, Sarah. Morning, Emily. Yeah, a few newer names. Yeah, so we're looking at day 5 here and looking at the throat chakra. And we're going to have some fun because I think I got a little bit of a different perspective on the throat, or at least an opportunity and invitation to dive deeper with the wisdom and the understanding around the throat chakra and communication and expression. So we're going deep today. We're gonna have fun. I'm looking forward to it. Good morning, Agnieszka. Good morning, Mel. These mornings are ace. I love that. Good morning, Juliet. Good morning, Rowan in Edinburgh. Great. Good morning, Lucina. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. And also in Edinburgh. Great. Yeah, so the format will be similar to the other mornings. We will start off with a bit of breathing. Yesterday I introduced a bit of toning, so we might do a minute or so of that. And at any point, if you want to use that during the longer meditation for yourself, it's a great little tool to use, really effective. And then we'll talk through more of the content for today. So I think most days the internet connection has been fine. I think day 3 it was a bit glitchy. If it starts to get a bit glitchy, Facebook still records it, so stay with me. Or if you want to pause for a couple of minutes and then just be a few minutes behind me, you do what works best for you. But fingers crossed, we're going to be good. Morning, Chris. Thanks for being here. Morning, Mary. Yeah, great. So, yeah. So we're gonna in just a moment we're gonna start to breathe. And again, with this breath, I want you to focus on it being full body breathing. So not just your lungs and not just the top of our lungs. Most people, most of the time we're only using kind of the part of our lungs. We're not using them to full capacity. We're usually quite hunched over, especially if people are at computers or things like that. So, make sure you've got some water with you. Have a blanket, get comfortable. Feel free to lie down during this if you want to, unless you fall asleep, then sit up. But really just allow your body to be nice and comfortable so it can really settle in and it can really just relax into it. Because if your body knows it's being cared for and taken care of, then you can go deeper into the meditations and deeper into the healing. So throughout this time, throughout the breathing and the meditation, I'll be bringing in healing energy. I'll be asking that whatever is ready to shift happens. So you may be able to feel some some deep issues resolving as we go through it. But yeah, just allow yourself to go through that. What I will say today is, we're delving into a lot of stuff around truth today. Oh, I can already feel that. So allow yourself to really connect with truth. And whatever fears you have around truth are just fears. They're not true. So be open to those things being able to shift and release today. Morning, Lilia from the canal. Awesome. Lilia does her cold water breathing and her cold water immersion. Sorry, breathing and then the immersion. Ooh, good for you. Morning, Allison. Morning, Louise. Late to the party is fine. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Louise from Glasgow. Great. Morning, Beata. Cool. So let's start doing some breathing, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the throat. So if you want to close your eyes, get nice and comfortable, and make sure that whether you're sitting or you're lying down, that your shoulders are back, your chest is open, and that you're really allowing room for the breath to move in and out. And as you breathe the breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. So start to take just a couple nice deep breaths, allowing the air to fill your lungs. Just feel the life and the energy in that. And then feel the breath starting to expand through your body beyond your lungs. So you're breathing life and nourishment into your whole body. And every time you breathe out, you're breathing out tension, you're breathing out stress, you're breathing out fear or anxiety or worry. You're breathing out old patterns and habits that no longer serve you. So you don't need to worry too much about the specifics, just allow it to happen. Just keep breathing nice and deep. And as you're breathing, feeling your body relax, just start to feel your throat expand. Any muscle or tension or tightness within the throat start to relax as well. Just allow that airway to open up, that channel, that pathway through your body. Just relax into that opening more. All you have to do is allow. Keep breathing. As you're feeling more relaxed, I want you to notice how much more spacious your body feels. As you're releasing all that old stagnant energy, there's a spaciousness for movement, spaciousness for growth, for healing, for new insight, new experiences. Allow yourself to open to that. And while you're breathing, if you feel like you want to stretch your neck or your shoulders a little bit, move your head around, go ahead and do that too. And just keep breathing. Nice deep breaths. And as you breathe into your nose, feel that air going up into your brain and bringing in a fresh energy into your brain. Sometimes our thoughts can feel really stagnant or stuck, or like they're racing really fast. Just breathe some fresh energy into that. Taking a few more nice deep breaths, and we're going to take a moment just to tone our throats. So if you didn't hear this yesterday, the way you do this is you just bring your focus into your throat and you set an intention. So set an intention that old energy is released, set an intention that your throat is healed, that it's revitalized, that it feels lighter and freer. Whatever feels good for you right now, just go ahead and set that intention. And when you tone, you bring your focus into that, and the tone creates a vibration that clears that space and that revitalizes that energy. So I'm going to do it with you. You can do it nice and gently. It doesn't need to be loud. We'll just do a minute of toning. So taking a nice deep breath, and whenever you're ready, just start to tone your throat. Allowing that energy to shift and change. Keep going. Feel all that energy releasing from your throat. Keep breathing nice deep breaths. And as you're toning, even as you're focused in your throat, you may notice that start to spread through your body. Just go ahead and allow that. Feel that tone deepen as the energy clears. So if you want to go through another rounds of toning, please do that. Or otherwise, just keep doing that nice deep breathing. Feel your body feeling more awake, revitalized, clear. So another nice deep breath. And if you want to stay with your eyes closed, feel free, or you can open your eyes as we chat through the next couple minutes. We're going to get started in just a few minutes with the meditation. Morning, Louise. Morning, Julie. Everyone else that's joined. I've got a great group on. It's still growing. Amazing. We're going to feel the benefits for sure. So today we're going to look at the throat. And I think that what a lot of people do, especially when we're just starting to learn about kind of the chakras or the energy centers and how they work, how they function, what they're connected with, is we really just think about our spoken word. We think about the sound, the noise that comes up through and out of our mouths. So we're really just thinking about how we're speaking and what we're saying. And obviously that's a huge part of our communication. It's a huge part of what we're doing with that energy center. But in reality, it's much deeper than that. Because what we are actually doing with that energy is, this is the center for our expression. And not just what we say, but also what we do. And also how we present ourselves to the world, how we share ourselves with the world, how we connect with others, and those interactions and those communications. So it's way deeper than what you just say in a conversation in a moment. Because what backs up that communication and that expression is lifetimes and years of experiences. And if we're still holding on to old pain and trauma, then that's often what we are expressing through that communication. So if we have needs that are unmet, if we have desires that aren't being fulfilled, if we're still either trying to push away or, holding on to grappling with old trauma and pain and suffering, that's often what we are expressing through what we're saying to others, through our communication, through our body language, but how we hold ourselves and how we create our world. This is also a hugely creative center. So we know that when we speak, that creates things, because what you say is heard by others, they respond. Conversations can help build things or tear them down. So we know it has that power. But it's also a part of, our deeper workings and our deeper stuff that's going on. And as we make choices in how we create, those choices are communicating what's going on a deeper level. So I'll give a brief, kind of a few little bit examples. So you can look at simple things like your clothing, the clothing that you choose to buy, the clothing that you choose to wear. And look, I know that a jumper or a pair of boots or a piece of jewelry is never going to wholly express who you are, the complexities of you as an eternal being. But what it can do is it can either express the fact that you feel like you're lacking in confidence, or like you feel like you don't deserve to spend money on yourself, or that you're just trying to hide away, or you're just trying to fit in with a group of people. It can express that. Or it can express the fact that you are aligned and you are authentic, and that you're going to choose to have things in your life that express these deeper levels of authenticity, of confidence, and of knowing who you are. So there's a big difference between those two. So hopefully you can feel into those differences. And I use clothing. I know that's such a simple, it may seem like a small thing for a lot of people, but these choices communicate much deeper things that are going on within you. And again, it can communicate your trauma, it can communicate your pain, or you can work through those things and you can communicate yourself as a whole, complete, infinite, magnificent being. So this is why the throat chakra, why this energy center is so important, is because this is the channel for you to communicate who and what you really are. So breathe that in for a moment. So it's a creative center, it's an expressive center. Um, and it's deeply connected with your creativity and your creation. How are you choosing to create in your life? Are you being creative in healthy ways, or are you creating drama and pain and nonsense in your life based on your old stuff that you're still holding on to? So I always encourage people when they're looking at throat stuff and throat chakra stuff is to be more creative in their lives in healthy ways. So whether that's doing some art, taking a painting class, dancing, things like that, where you are expressing yourself, you are expressing deeper aspects within you, and doing that in really healthy ways. So my encouragement for you over the next day or so is to do some art today, even if you're crap at it. Get out the paintbrushes or sing, dance around your house, do something that's helping you to express yourself on some deeper levels. So that's going to be my message for you today. So this energy center is connected with, what the choices that you're making, how you live your life, where you live your life, how you dress yourself, the environment of your home, the way you decorate it, the colors you choose, the textures, the styles, and how you manifest. This center is all about, it's deeply tied to your manifesting, or connected with your manifesting. And if you're struggling to manifest, it is because you are not expressing the truth within you so that you can create it in your life. I think that the universe will, or creation, or whatever you want to say, it'll go so far in allowing you to manifest stuff that's untrue and that's not authentic and that it's not aligned. But you get to a certain point where, especially when you start to say to the world, right, I'm ready to step up and do better, where it goes, okay, now you got to be true. Now you have to be honest. You have to really show yourself. You have to really allow yourself to be seen and recognized and heard. So today is all about allowing that to come through. So we spent the last few days really clearing out these lower chakras, these old fears and traumas, and getting into that core of who you really are, that connecting with soul, with the sacral, really understanding that the identity, who you really are with the solar plexus, and going into that heart center so that you can really love and appreciate and live that. So now is the day to share it with the world and share it with yourself. Be honest with yourself. And the last thing I want to say before we get started, I think, is that with honesty, a lot of people will use honesty as an excuse to be mean or punishing or hard or harsh. That is not honesty. Honesty and truth is based in love. So anything that you're holding on to that feels like it has an edge, that feels like there's fear in it, that feels like there's anger and sadness in it, that is not truth that you are holding on to. That is your stuff. So today we are going for truth. So we're going to let go of all those things that you've been hanging on to, those old stories, those old identities, those old things that you thought you were supposed to do or supposed to be, whatever you've been expressing that isn't really you. It's time to let that stuff go. So this is an opportunity for you to rewrite your life and rewrite the way you present yourself to the world, the things you express to the world, and really address how you do express yourself. If that is verbally, how are you expressing yourself? Is what you're saying, is what you're communicating being heard? Is it being honored? Is it really getting through to people? And if it's not, it's probably because it's not true. If you're not being listened to and honored, there's probably lacking truth within it. So this is your opportunity to readdress those things, because people want to hear truth. They want honesty. They want authenticity. This is what people want and need. So if you're trying to express things that are not true, people might not have a lot of patience for it or a lot of tolerance for it, because they want you to be honest. So let's see. So we're going to take just a couple moments and we're going to go into the meditation. So I'm just checking through if there's any question or anything. Morning, Allison. Morning, Eleanor. Rona and Louise, and Lorraine. Awesome. Good. So I'm glad that description makes sense for you. It's so true. It's so much deeper than what people think it is. So we're going to heal some amazing epic stuff today. So thank you all so much for being here. I'm really excited, if you can't tell. So let's go into this meditation. So we'll do about 40 minutes of meditation. We'll finish up at 9 or maybe just slightly after, if that's okay. So taking a couple nice deep breaths. And allow yourself to go into your body. And I want you to move into your spine to start with. And I want you to feel your spine lengthen. I want you to feel the space in it. As your spine lengthens, you can allow it to straighten. So if there's been any bends or pushing energy, anything where your spine has felt crushed or heavy or twisted, just allow all that to unwind and unfold. We're going to start to bring you into alignment. So now allow yourself to come up to your throat and your throat chakra. I want you to take a moment and just notice what that energy center looks like for you. Whether you see colors, and what that center feels like in your throat. So allow yourself to connect with the physical components within your throat. We create sound with our voice, and up into the mouth as well. So the jaw, the teeth, the tongue. Some parts of the ears are connected with that as well. We'll do more with the ears tomorrow. But I want you to allow yourself to connect with this center. And even though physically there may be less connected with it, it is still vastly important. So again, allow your throat to continue to relax. Allow your jaw and your tongue to relax as well. We often hold a lot of tension and stress in our jaw because we're trying to control. So allow your tongue to relax. Take it off the top of your mouth. If you want to stretch out your jaw a little bit, move it around just to release some of that tension. Do that and breathe into that too. So I want you to connect with the emotional components within your throat. And allow yourself to see any areas of darkness or inflammation. And allow yourself to feel the emotions that are there. So we can often hold on to old anger, where we bite our tongue to keep it back. We can often hold on to sadness. We swallow it down, we choke it down. Think about all the expressions that you use with your communication. How you swallow things down, how you choke back words, how you bite your tongue. And feel that in your throat, in that energy center. So it might feel like there's a whole lot of words there that you wanted to express, but you didn't feel you should or could. It could be things you wanted to say to others, or just things about yourself that you wanted to share. So I want you to breathe into that. Feel that energy start to shift and change. Because even if you didn't verbally say those words, they will have been expressed in other ways. So if there are things that you wanted to share with people that you're no longer in contact with, whether they're just in a different place or a different plane, you can let go of those words. And let go of that dialogue or the monologue that you've been running about what you should have said at some point, what you could have said at some point, because on some level it was already expressed. So you don't need to keep playing that through you or holding those words within you. So breathe deep into that and feel that change. Good. Just keep breathing deep. And I want you to think about the aspects of yourself that you've wanted to express, that you've wanted to create, that you've wanted to change, but you've stopped yourself short from allowing that to happen. Just allow yourself to become aware of those things. Some of these things you may have denied for a long time, or ignored, or tried to turn the volume down for a long time. So whatever you've only been able to whisper, whatever has felt muted or stunted, pushed back down, allow that energy to heal. I want you to allow yourself to see the volume dial or button in your throat. See what that setting is on right now. So is it really low because you turned the volume down on yourself so that you weren't too much, so that you didn't overwhelm others, because you were trying to allow others to speak and be honest too? What have you dialed down within yourself? Or does it look like it's turned up to the maximum, where you feel like you're trying to shout, you're trying to be heard, but it's either not getting through or it's not being received? Just notice what's there and breathe into it. As we go through the healing, you're going to see and feel that change. So take a nice deep breath. And we're going to go deeper into that center and into everything that you're holding there that is not true. So first I want you to think about your home, where you live. With your eyes still closed, have a look around at what it looks like there and what it feels like there. I want you to be honest with yourself. Does it really reflect who you are? And if not, how far off is it? When you think about your authentic self, I want you to think about the colors that shine through and the textures that shine through, the style that comes through. And see if that's what's happening in your home. Your furniture, with the colors, with the things that you surround yourself with. And if it's not aligned, allow yourself to see what would be in that extension of you, that expression of you. Now I want you to think about your clothing. what you're wearing now, what you have in your wardrobes. Again, I want you to allow yourself to see the colors that you're wearing, the textures and the fabrics. How that clothing feels for you. And ask yourself and be honest with yourself. Is your clothing a true reflection of who you are on deeper levels? Do those colors and those textures reflect the richness of you as a soul? Do they reflect the magnificence of who and what you really are? Do they support you in feeling aligned and confident as you share yourself with the world and as you live your purpose? And if they don't, I want you to allow yourself to see and feel what would, without limiting yourself, without justifying anything. Allow yourself to play in the possibility. Just imagine what your life could be like. You dressed yourself as a true reflection of who you are on a deeper level. If your clothing, the quality, and the colors showed the world that you value yourself and that you're willing to show the world who you are, imagine how much easier it is for the world to receive you and for it to respond to you in ways that are authentic and aligned. And when you welcome people into your home, that they feel totally at home, that they feel comforted and respected and honored because you are sharing the truth about you with them within the sanctuary of your home. Your family, your friends, community. And feel the freedom in that authentic expression. Feel the peace. Feel the joy of that. So now I want you to bring yourself into your inner circle of your relationships in your life. So these are the people that you're interacting with either on a regular basis, or maybe less frequently, but with more depth. And I want you to see yourself in that circle. I want you to think about all the ways that you express yourself, the ways you communicate, and ask yourself if you're really being honest. Are you truly sharing your hopes and dreams? Are you honestly sharing what you desire in those relationships? Are you being honest and authentic and what you want to share with those people, the ways that you want to support and help them, and the ways that they can support and help you emotionally, energetically, and physically. So allow yourself to connect with your parents. And this may take you back to childhood. You may connect with various points of your life, and that is absolutely fine. But I want you to think about the things that you withhold or withheld from your parents out of fear. The things about yourself you didn't express because you thought it would change the way they thought about you, the way they would love you. Whatever quality of that relationship you were afraid of. And allow yourself to identify those fears and what in those fears still resonates now. So whatever you denied yourself, whatever you've hidden away, I want you to take the covers off. Whatever you've put over it to shield it or hide it, breathe into that and allow it to change. Because those are just your fears. Whatever is honest and true about you is lovable and likable and acceptable. And it strengthens you in your relationships. And now I want you to think about partnerships, romantic relationships. If you're in one now, and or relationships from the past. And I want you to really think about how much you allowed yourself to be vulnerable. How open and honest were you? How much of yourself did you actually share, or have you actually shared with your partner? Now or in the past? And what are you afraid to express? Because you think it might be hurtful, reflect badly upon you. You're scared of being judged or rejected. So imagine those barriers coming down. Real honesty is based in kindness and compassion. And when you express things that are honest and true, it comes from love. So imagine what it would be like to openly express yourself honestly with a partner. Without a fight, without a drama, without hurt and without pain. Anytime that's happened in the past, let that heal now. We're going to let go of those defenses. We're going to become defenseless right now. So any defenses within you, the tension, the holding, biting your tongue. Let it all go. Now allow yourself to think about if you have kids, or if you are a parent in another way, if you're guiding, supporting, mentoring people, if you're mothering or fathering in other ways, if you're an aunt or an uncle, however you do that, whether it's through relatives or it's within your community. Again, I want you to allow yourself to see how you express yourself in that parenting role, in that leadership or mentoring role. And again, allow yourself to recognize and feel into any fears that are there. And any elements of yourself that felt scary to share, or ways that you thought you were supposed to act because you're in that role. And so your expression's been inauthentic because you were trying to be somebody else or something else. Breathe into that and feel that change. And imagine the type of parent or mentor that you do want to be and that you really are. So feel into the wisdom and the compassion that's there so that you can share that in those relationships. And anything that you've withheld in your communication with family, with partner, with friends, I want you to feel into the lies that you've been telling yourself and that you've been expressing to others. But identify the lies, identify the dishonesty, identify that lack of truth without a judgment, without punishing yourself, without rejecting yourself, without feeling confused, without the regret. Because whatever lies you've told yourself or others were done out of fear. We're healing that fear now. And anytime you felt unable to share with others because you thought they would do the same to you, heal all that pain and suffering and fear now. Just let that change. So breathe deep into your throat. Allow yourself to see a new brightness, shininess. Feel the expansion there. And that flow of energy within your throat. So now allow yourself to see and feel the connection between your throat and your heart. And breathe deep into that flow of energy so that you allow the love and the compassion and the truth in your heart to be shared and expressed with yourself and the world around you. And now continue down to your solar plexus, to authentic identity, to that deep confidence in knowing who and what you really are, and allowing that in your heart and in your throat to be expressed with everyone and everything around you. Share that authenticity with everyone and with everything. And now breathe deep and continue down to your sacral, to that energy of you as a soul, that creative energy that's there, that knows who and what you really are as a divine being, why you're here, what your purpose is, what you're here to do. And allow that to be shared through this authentic identity as a human, through this deep love and compassion of the heart, and expressed in all that you say and all that you do now. Take a deep breath and continue down to your root chakra, the space for you and your human experience, and those foundations that you've built, the strength, the ability to be here as a human and to share your gifts. So feel that all the way down through your feet and deep into earth, knowing that you're held, knowing that you're supported, knowing that you've got strong foundations to walk upon as you express yourself as a soul, as you are authentic in sharing that as a human who is deeply held and filled with love and compassion and grace, and as you share that with yourself and with the world around you. So feel that whole connection through your body. Feel all that energy supporting you and each other. Feel that flow through you now. And feel it amplify. Feel it grow stronger. And feel your physical body respond. Feel the health and the vitality. Feel all your organs functioning in perfect harmony with the rest of your body, the rest of your systems, the rest of your energy. And feel and hear and see and recognize the communication within your body right now. And allowing all of you to work together to support you while you're here in this lifetime. So allow yourselves to communicate. Allow your organs to communicate. And allow your body to speak to you. Feel into that and what it would be like to really listen to your body. So that not only you're telling your body what you want from it, what you need from it, but you're also able to hear the ways that you can support it too, as it supports you. And feel that flow of communication and expression, where you're sharing with others and you're sharing with yourself, and you're also able to receive that from others and from yourself. Now bring yourself back into your throat and back to those dials or the volume, and get a sense of your communication and your expression. and what it feels like for you to express yourself with honesty and based in honor, where you honor yourself enough and you honor everyone else enough around you to be honest and open and to be vulnerable and to be true. So feel that in your throat and through your whole body. Allow yourself to relax into that, to be at one with that. Feel your body align with that. And just imagine what can change in your life with that true expression. Just taking a couple nice deep breaths. Allow yourself to become more aware of your physical body and your physical surroundings. Any sounds in the room you think you can feel touching your body. And allow all of this awareness and wisdom and expression to really be present here and now in your physical body, in your physical world. This doesn't go away. It's here. It's now. So taking a couple nice deep breaths, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Right. So if you have any insights that you want to share, any healing, any things that came up for you, or any questions, then please feel free to put them in the comments just now. Hello, Katrina. Hello, Barbara. Join us, Barbara. Oh, good. Getting lots of hearts. That's a good sign. Really good. Yeah, that feels amazing. As a collective, I could really feel all that opening up and releasing. I think you guys let go of loads of stuff that you've been holding on to for a long, long time. And yeah, all that alignment within your body and within your energy centers feels much deeper, much more, connected, and whole is the word I keep getting. It's all feeling much more whole right now, which is great. So, how are we doing? Louise saying you've been feeling tightness in your throat because of the asthma. It feels less tight now. Good, 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 good. Yeah, it's amazing what we can kind of restrict here, all the stuff that we hold on to. So I'm glad that that's feeling much better. That doesn't surprise me at all. That's great. That's great. Yeah, so hopefully you're all feeling like you can breathe a little bit better, like you can a bit looser, you can move a bit better. The other Louise, thank you. You've been stuck and finding it hard to clear. Yeah. It's time for all this stuff to let it go. We've been through some shock. We've been through, we're working through all this stuff, but it's time to start letting this stuff heal so we can process and find ways to move forward. Mel, just as expected, it was powerful and needed. Tears and yawning. Yeah, great. Yawning is a great sign of release. So, just allow yourself to keep doing that. And you guys are ready. On the third, Louise. Throat relaxed and turn to gold. That's great. Some revelations with no crying. That's fine too. I like the gold. That image of gold is great. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you too. Oh yes, and magnificent. That's my favorite word. Thank you, Christy. Feeling lighter now. Good. Yeti, splutter, cough, cough. Let it all go. Good. Yeah, and I find that when you're releasing stuff from your throat, sometimes if it is kind of a coughing, it's that there may be some resistance, which is fine. We all have some resistance on some level. But again, if you can just keep kind of setting the intention to relax into it and that it's graceful and easy, and then sometimes that can kind of calm down any kind of coughing or things like that. But yeah, no, good work. It's good to just stick with it. So yeah, good job. Sarah, liberating and lighter. Good. Thank you too. Thanks, Allison. Thanks, Beth. Feeling lighter. Should I have to declutter my wardrobe now? Yeah, that's my other bit of encouragement today is to, yeah, have a look at your home, have a look at your clothes. I did this a few years ago. I went through and yeah, and it was that thing about how am I expressing myself and is it really authentic? So I went into my wardrobe and I pulled everything out, everything. And I only put back in what I felt great in, what felt like it was a true representation for me now, not 10 years ago, or not who I was thought I should be, or whatever it was. So I was just really honest about it. And I had to love it. I had to really appreciate it. I had to really feel good in it in order for me to keep it. And so I went a little bit of time without a lot to wear, but everything I had, I loved. I really, really loved, and I felt amazing wearing it. And I think some of that, evolves over time as you evolve and grow. So it's good to do that every once in a while. And watch Marie Kondo's Netflix thing. It's amazing. Go through your house, refold everything. It's so much fun. But yeah, I think it's, start with your wardrobe, have a look around your house, see if there's things you can let go of, that you can change, that you can give away, that you can sell. There's ways to do that. But really let these things be an authentic expression of you. If they're not, they can go. Oh, Mel, I haven't heard of Call for a Million Meditators on 4th of April, but I will look that up. And actually, if you want to post something here so that other people can see it too, that would be great because that sounds powerful. I'd love to be a part of that. Allison, coughing from the virus is letting stuff go. I mean, it could be. It will depend on you as an individual and what's going on with you. Sometimes a coughing, I see as a trying to force something out. Whereas if you can do some healing, you can allow it to change or allow it to go. But I'm aware also that we're physical beings and our bodies are trying to clear stuff out. So that could be it. I think also what can happen on an energetic level. Is that because we're hearing about this stuff all the time, we're just listening over and over again about the virus and the symptoms, and this is what people are talking about over and over again, that our bodies are on that kind of defensive feeling, which is why people are so stressed out in some ways. So again, it's not that you need to totally disconnect from what's going on, but just be aware that you don't need to be on guard or stressing out, and your body doesn't need to be in that panic stress mode just because there is a virus going around. Yeah. So hopefully that helps too. Emily, glorious. I love that word too. Like been lifted. Awesome. Lisa, feeling lighter, happier, more whole, pulling the missing parts back. So here's the thing. We think that we're broken. We think that we're damaged. We think that stuff is missing. It's not true. It's just we got other stuff getting in the way. That's why we can't see it or feel it. So as we heal our stuff, we recognize how whole we actually already are. It's time. Let's see. Fiona, feeling more confident. Awesome. Beata, a lot of liquids. Good. Cool. Good. Yeah, thanks, Mel. Yeah, whenever you find the link, if you want to share it here, that would be awesome. Yes. So I think, are there any last questions or anything, please feel free. I think that's going to be us wrapping up for today. Thank you all so much for being here. I think we had like 45 people at one point or something like that. So this is an awesome group. I love that it's growing every day. So yeah, feel free to share these with anybody you feel would benefit, anyone you think would like to watch live or the replay. I'm really happy for that. And I hope you all have an amazing, wonderful day. And we'll be back tomorrow with the third eye, with our intuition, and really being able to embody and really use this center for our highest good, for us and for the world. Let's see. Maritza, my throat's always so tight. Stretching through the session. Good. Yeah, and if you feel like you want to rewatch this and do it again, do it. That will definitely help. Um, okay. So the million meditators is in the middle of the night. Well, we'll catch it another point then, or maybe if you wake up, then you're meant to do it. We'll see. Cool. So thank y'all so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.